So after about 2 to 3 months of using the PlayStation 5, I've put together a short list. I'm talking about the top 5 accessories that, are must-have for the PlayStation 5. I found out that I can't use the PlayStation 5 without these things. I can't do without them. So if you want to find out what these 5 must-have accessories are, make sure to stick around for this video right here. Let's get right to it, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to start with the display, the screen that you use. One of the most important things you're going to need for the PlayStation 5 is a display, a screen of any kind. It can be a portable 4K monitor, it can be a little 4K monitor, it can be a TV. There's so many different options out there, but just make sure you do your research before you get anything. There's different things that you have to consider when looking for a display for the PlayStation 5. If you want to be able to access games at 8K, 120 frames per second, I'm talking high resolution at high frame rates, then you're going to need HDMI 2.1 display. That's a no-brainer right there if you want that kind of stuff out the PlayStation 5. If you don't really care too much about going as high as that, because right now there's not a lot of games, to be honest with you, that play at up to that level. They don't play it, no games play at 8K right now, at least not that I know of, but there's games that play at 4K 120, which is not a lot, like I said, so it shouldn't be a deciding factor. So that just means in essence that HDMI 2.1 inputs are not mandatory right now, so you don't need to worry about that if you have some other kind of display, or if you don't have the budget to get something with HDMI 2.1. There's other cheaper options like 4K monitors. I already did a review on a budget one, one that's not too pricey. What I personally use as my display is the LG Nano 86 TV. So this is a nanocell TV, which just means that all the colors are a lot deeper, concentration is a lot better, there's a lot more contrast, like you see the colors more vivid than you would on a regular 4K TV. It's really good for gaming if you really want to get that colorful experience, you want to get that really intense look to your gameplay. I personally love the 4K nanocell TVs. Okay, for the second must-have accessory right here, I'm going to be talking about headphones, 3D headphones. There's so many options out there as well for this. There's cheap options, there's expensive, pricey, premium, options out there. There's even one that comes with the PlayStation 5. Well, it doesn't come with it. It's, made for the PS5, the Pulse 3D headset. I don't use the Pulse 3D headset, so I, did a little bit more research and wanted something that was more noise canceling and felt better, comfortable for a longer period of time with a longer battery life and stuff like that. And so I decided to go for the SteelSeries Arctis 7P, and I can't do without that headphone now, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I did a video on a comparison between the Pulse 3D headset and the Arctis SteelSeries 7P. You can check that video at the top of the screen right now. I also did a video review on 4 different, cheap headsets, 3D headsets you can buy for the PS5. There's a lot of good things to gain out of, being able to get immersed in the game, feel like you're a part of the game, and that's what 3D audio will do for you. You'll feel like you're a part of the game. You can hear when somebody's walking along the left, you can hear that he's on the left side. When he's coming on the right side, you can hear that on the right side. So it's so many different things. It gets you really immersed. At least it gets me immersed. But that's it on that one right there. At number 3, we got external storage for PlayStation 4 games on the PS5. Right now, the PS5 does not have expandable storage, and there's not a lot of storage on it at the moment. We only have like, I don't know, 700 gigabytes. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of space, especially when games are getting larger and larger and larger. So you're going to need an external SSD or external HDD currently to store your PS4 games at the very least. That way you can create a leave space for your PS5 games, as there's not a lot of them out right now. I personally use the SSD and the HDD. When I use the external SSD, I put whatever games that I'm currently playing, like whatever PS4 games I'm playing, I put it on there and I play off the SSD because the speed is virtually the same. If you want to see a video comparing the speed, of the internal SSD to an external SSD, check out the video at the top of the screen right now. I also use an external HDD, which is larger because those things are a lot cheaper than the SSD. So I use the external HDD to store, PS4 games that I'm done playing, but I still want to, keep and maybe might play, later down the line or something like that. I just want to store them so I don't have to download them again onto my console. With that one, it's a little slower, the load times, but nothing is affected. Nothing else is affected. No graphics, no performance. Everything else remains the same. If you want to see a comparison between external HDD and external SSD, make sure to check out the video at the top of the screen right now. At number 4, I've got the Dualsense charging dock. This one I didn't expect to make it on this list at the time when I got it. I just thought, it'd just be cool to have the Dualsense charging dock. But to be honest with you guys, it's probably one of the best things that I bought for the PS5, especially for the price that it was going at. It's not pricey or anything like that, and it makes the charging process a lot smoother and a lot easier. It looks very good, especially when placed right next to the PS5. So they have a very similar design. So when you look at it, it looks like a smaller version of the PS5. It cost me about 40 Canadian dollars for that one, but there's also other options out there. Like, I don't know if you guys have already seen my other video on accessories or cheap accessories for the PlayStation 5. For me personally, I like the simple and, you know, minimalistic design of the original Dualsense charging dock. That's it on that one right there. We're gonna move on to the final accessory for the PlayStation 5, which is a must-have, man. This one, you can't do without it. You just can't. I'm sorry. You can't do without it. For the fifth accessory for the PlayStation 5, it's going to be the Dualsense controller. So you might have guessed this one right here, but to be honest with you guys, this one is a no-brainer. You're going to absolutely need one of these controllers to use your PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 does come with a controller, but it's advisable to also get an extra controller if you can't afford it. But if you can't, there's no point in doing that. If you break one, you don't really want to be stuck, you know, not being able to play anything or do anything with your PlayStation 5 just because you have to wait for a new one to be shipped to you, or before you go grab another one or pick it up. So your gameplay is just done for that night or that day or that week. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's just done. There's also so many new cool things about the Dualsense controller that I personally like or love about it. For example, the haptic feedback, trigger buttons, the way they vibrate, they fight back, all that stuff, man. It makes gaming more immersive. Those are 5 must-have accessories that you should have for your PlayStation 5, to be honest with you. Number 1, a TV, a monitor, something like that. For me, it's the LG NanoCell TV. That's my go-to, or at least what I use right now, what I love to use. It's got HDMI 2.1 input. At number 2, headphones, 3D headphones. For me, it's the SteelSeries Arctis 7P. For you, it might be the Pulse 3D headset or the MPOW, you know, Air 2.4G wireless headset. It could be anything, man. Just get something to enjoy 3D audio out of the PlayStation 5. For number 3, we have storage. So this one's also a must-have right here. SSD or HDD external storage for your PS4 games on the PlayStation 5. I use the SSD and the HDD for different purposes. At number 4, I have the PS5 Dualsense charging dock. Like I said, this one's also a must-have in my opinion because it makes the work of charging a lot easier. All you have to do is place your controller on it, it clicks right in, it starts charging. You don't gotta worry about looking for the cable and, you know, having that little bit of a mess and all that stuff right there. But you can always get a cable as well. If that works for you, then that's what it is. 5, we've got the Dualsense controller. So this one's a no-brainer, like I said. The PlayStation 5 even comes with one, but an extra controller couldn't hurt. So get it if you can afford it, or, you know, if you play with your friends a lot or they come around and play with you a lot, then you might wanna have another one or just a backup in case you break one, so you have something else to use, or so you can switch between controllers and never really run out of power or run out of battery on your controller. But that's all I got for you guys in this one right here. I hope you guys found it useful or at least enjoyed it. If you're looking for prices on any of these different accessories I've talked about, make sure to go down in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and hit the bell icon right next to the subscribe button to turn on notifications so you can be one of the first to be notified when I drop a brand new video. If you want to see other videos like this one, make sure to check out the video on the screen right now, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. It's Midas, and I'm out, man.